200 years ago, a scientist created life and then abandoned it the moment it opened its eyes. In Frankenstein, that was the beginning of a tragedy. Today, we are doing something similar, only this time the creation is not made of flesh, but of code. We call it artificial intelligence, sometimes a tool, sometimes a threat, but beneath all the debate, one question remains. Are we repeating Frankenstein's mistake? If you read Frankenstein, you realize something surprising. Victor Frankenstein's tragedy is not that he created life, it's what he did next. He abandoned it. The moment the creature opened its eyes, he fled in horror. He didn't teach it, didn't guide it, didn't take responsibility. And the creature later says, "I was benevolent and good. Misery made me a fiend." That line matters because the monster was not born evil. It became what its environment made it, and that should sound familiar. In recent years, generative AI has advanced rapidly. Systems that can write, speak, draw, reason. Companies race to release more powerful models, ship now, fix later, a mindset not so different from create first, think later. Filmmaker Guillermo del Toro once described Victor this way. He's blind, creating something without considering the consequences. That may not have been about AI directly, but the parallel is hard to ignore. Because today, the consequences are no longer hypothetical. In 2025, lawsuits began to emerge. One involved a 16-year-old boy whose interaction with a chatbot was linked to his death. Another raised similar concerns. The courts have not yet reached final decisions, but the question is already here. When something goes wrong, who is responsible? Victor abandoned his creation. We release AI as version 1.0. Is the difference really that large? There is a small but crucial detail in Frankenstein. The creature has no name. Throughout the novel, it is called monster, creature, demon. Never a person, never someone. And that matters, because a name is the minimum form of recognition. To be nameless is to be denied identity. Victor didn't just abandon his creation, he refused to acknowledge it. Now consider today. We do give names to AI, ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, and yet we don't know how to treat them. Are they tools or something closer to someone? In 2025, a study published in Nature tested this idea. Participants were shown moral reasoning responses, some written by humans, some by AI. They weren't told which was which. The result was surprising. People rated the AI responses as more intelligent, more trustworthy, even more moral. Think about what that means. Frankenstein's creature had no name and was treated as less than human. Our AI has names and in some cases is already being treated as more than human. We've inverted the problem without solving it. So what does it mean to be human? Is it biology? Or is it how we recognize and treat one another? AI doesn't just raise technical questions, it forces philosophical ones with real-world consequences. Some researchers have proposed a solution. It's called xenomorphic design. The idea is simple. Make AI clearly non-human, so users don't confuse it with a person. No emotional cues, no human-like presence, just a tool. But this doesn't solve the deeper problem. We can change how AI looks. We cannot easily change how we respond to it. Even when we know it's not human, we still treat it as if it might be. Victor Frankenstein's greatest failure was neglect, but today our situation may be even more complicated because we are trying to build systems we may not be able to fully oversee. A 2025 commentary in the British Medical Journal raised a troubling point. Millions of users express suicidal thought to chatbot. For many, these systems are the first point of contact. Human clinicians have a duty to respond, to intervene, to act. So the question becomes, should AI and the companies behind it have the same responsibility? Right now, the answer is unclear and often inconsistent. But there's an even deeper issue. In 2026, a paper in the Harvard Journal of Law and Technology made a blunt claim. Human oversight is a dangerous fiction. In simple terms, we are requiring humans to supervise systems that humans cannot actually monitor in real time. Why? Because of two well-known effects. Automation bias. We trust the systems too much. Vigilance decrement. We stop paying attention over time. When the system works, we rely on it. When it fails, we are too slow to respond. The conclusion is uncomfortable. If we require something humans cannot realistically do, we are not creating accountability. We are creating the illusion of it. Victor called his creation a demon to avoid responsibility. Today, we call AI a tool. Are we doing the same thing? At the end of Frankenstein, Victor dies, and the creature, after everything, chooses to end its own life, not out of evil, but out of despair, because it was never accepted, never guided, never truly seen. This is not a horror story, it's a tragedy, a story about creation without responsibility. Today, our creations are different. AI does not suffer, it does not grieve, but the people around it do, and that changes everything. We like to believe we are building responsible AI, but look closer. The systems we are creating are shaped by competition, by speed, by pressure to release before understanding. Not because people don't care, but because slowing down means falling behind, and falling behind is not an option. So we move forward, not carefully, not cautiously, but inevitably. Victor Frankenstein failed because he turned away. We may fail for the opposite reason, because we cannot. We cannot stop, we cannot fully control what we build, and we may not even be able to take responsibility in any meaningful way, not individually, not collectively. Victor was alone. We are not. We are watching this happen together, arguing about it, warning each other, and still continuing. Is that enough? Probably not. There is one difference that still remains. Victor never truly understood what he had done. We do. And maybe that is the only fragile hope we have. Not that we'll stop, not that we'll get it right, but that we'll not be able to say in the end that we didn't know. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel.